guys, I'd like to spend a few minutes here just giving a little tutorial on the MacdBB indicator. The MacdBB indicator and the pictures involved for expected reactions or expected behaviors after you see the picture. It's very easy to anticipate what's going to happen before it actually happens if you just look and listen to what it's actually trying to tell us. First, let me just kind of go over the basics of the origin of the MacdBB. The guy that wrote the script, he put two indicators on top of one another. He combined them, the MacD and the Bollinger Band. The white lines here is the Bollinger Band, or as he intended to call them for short, the BB. The MacD is the little green dots with the line in between, the green line in between, and then the black dot. That's the MacD. So the original script writer was referencing BB for the white bands and MacD for the little balls with the line in between. Over the course of time, people kind of changed things a little bit. They started calling the little balls the BBs because they kind of look like little BBs, right? So people started calling the little balls the BBs, and that left the little white bands here without a name. So we started calling them, or people started calling them, the band, the rail. Okay, so when we're referencing the white band, we're going to reference the rail or the band. BBs are going to be the little balls. Okay, so the important thing to keep in mind is the distance between two things. Number one, the distance between the two, or I shouldn't say two, but the distance between the BBs themselves. One to the next, to the next, to the next. And the distance between the white band and the BBs. So there's two types of separation that we look for. The distance between the white band and the BB, this way. Also exaggerate that. The distance between the white band and the BB is something we're very interested in seeing. And also the distance between the BBs themselves this way. They both have a meaning. So when we see the BBs very close to the rail, and I'm going to put this back to normal viewing. I recommend you don't open and close, open and close. What you need is a constant, so you get a constant, comfortable feeling with what's separation between the white band and the BBs and what's not. So if you constantly change it, you're not going to see the norm. Okay, so I highly recommend you find a nice setting, or the settings that come with the charts when I send them to you, or when you download them, you guys on YouTube. Just kind of leave them as they are, because if you keep changing them, yeah, it's going to screw things up a little bit in terms of what's normal. Well, nothing's ever the same. How do you know what normal is? The distance between the white band, right here, there and there, the further the BBs are away from the white band, the weaker the market is in that direction. So if we can just kind of look at what's happening here. The BB right here is very close to the white band, right? That's a sign of strength in that direction. When I see a BB that looks like that, that's all I saw. That's all I saw. I would anticipate the market continuing down, because that's the most powerful picture you're going to see in terms of the MacD-BB relationship. What you want to see when you're looking for a reversal trade or a pivot trade, you want to see separation. So as you're seeing the separation accumulate, now you're looking for the distance between the BBs themselves. So if you notice right here, there to there, there's X amount of distance. Then the distance is getting a little closer together, about the same, closer together. So what we're actually looking for is separation with a slowdown. So right here would be an interest in a trade to go long. But if you notice, the BB got very close to the band right here. It was further away, then it got closer. Without separation, it tried to turn. Well, what that means is, as it got closer, it just got stronger. We want to see a picture like this. When you see And this one didn't really have a slowdown. This was kind of a hard one to get into. But right here, as the BB started slowing down, they slowed down with separation. So that means with separation, it's weak in that direction. And this is where you're looking to take a trade. When it's weak and it's about to turn. We actually use the 144 as a signal to enter trades like that. So what we're seeing here, let's go back here just as an example. As you're seeing the BBs get away from the white band, that's a sign of weakness, and we could anticipate a reversal. Okay, but here if you notice, they got closer to the band and got stronger down. And here they separated again, and this is where we'd be interested in taking the trade. So when we're taking the trade, we're looking for a signal on the 144 to take the trade. Let me see if I can correlate this here. Let me pause the video. I'll set everything up here. I'll be right back. Here I've got an example set up. Let's just say that the market is going down, 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 down. And we're watching it, waiting, hoping there's an opportunity up ahead. Okay, well, what are we actually looking at? Well, in this separation trade entry, we're looking for discrepancies between what the BBs are doing and the Bollinger Band, which is the rail. Okay, so right here we're noticing that the BBs are pretty far apart from the white band, which is a sign of weakness in the downward direction. And as we're monitoring this, we notice the speed or the velocity, and that's represented by how far the BBs are apart from one another. So we're looking at two things: the BB spaced apart from one another and the BB spaced from the white band. The more distance between the more distance between the BBs themselves means there's a lot of strength or a lot of velocity in that direction. Everybody's running in that direction. We're looking for a slowdown where the BBs pile up on one another, okay, and along with separation. But we don't have that here on the 233. We have separation between the BB and the white band back here, but as it progresses, it gets closer to the white band, which indicates strength in that direction. But if you're just looking for the velocity, okay, we notice that BBs are spread apart, a little closer together, a little closer together, spread a little further apart, closer together, and here they're very close together. Okay, so if you average everything out here, yeah, everything looked fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, slow, but right here it really slowed down, right? That's what we're looking for. Sometimes you get a drastic slowdown, sometimes you don't. The more you're aware of what you're looking for, the easier you're going to spot these. So as we're watching the 233, let's plug in the 440 as well, right? So if you notice the distance between the BBs themselves, let me move this out of the way, the distance between the BBs themselves hasn't really changed. They're pretty much a constant until you get right here, and then it's sped up a little bit, and then it's slowed down a little bit. Okay, so this guy here has a constant separation between the BB and the white band as he's going down, 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 down. He's actually getting weaker as he's going down. That's not what the 233 is telling us. He's just telling us, I'm slowing down right here for the first time in a very long time. This is a drastic change. This is what we're looking for. We're trying to put two charts together, actually three charts. I'll go into the third one in a second here. But noticing that the price is going down and the BBs are separating, this indicates a sign of weakness. We're putting all three of these charts together along with the 144. Okay, so let's look at the whole thing as it's coming down here. 233 is coming down, not much of a change. Slow down here a little bit, sped up, slow down, drastic slowdown right here, right? At the same time, we're noticing that 440 is gaining separation between the band and the BB, the distance between the white band and the BB. And right here is the crucial point. We're noticing that 233 drastically slowed down, but if we look over to our entry chart, our 144, he is telling us that, man, there is a major slowdown right here. And the reason we're going to enter the trade is if we spot a yellow dot as his current dot, the current dot in time, present time, he's going to be yellow. So as he's printing, he's going to be yellow, and as he's curling up, we're going to enter the trade. But if you notice, the BB's back here, sped up, slow down a little bit, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, drastic slowdown, almost to a stop, right? So right here is the signal. Get ready, something is about to happen. Is the stage set? Yes. The main thing we're looking for is separation on the 440 or the 233, either or. I'd prefer to see it on the 440, but just as well on the 233. So don't see it on a 233, but I do see it on the 440. So I'm interested in taking a reversal trade or a pivot trade as soon as we get the signal. And the signal would be right here. As he's slowing down, 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 you'd enter the trade right there. Bam, get into the trade. So wherever you get into the trade, let's say you got in right there, the first thing you do, put your stop loss one tick behind the pivot. Should be somewhere between 8 ticks and a point if you get a decent entry. And that's kind of something that everybody has a different comfort level with. Some people like to see 2 BBs pointing in the upward direction. But the problem with that is the longer you wait, the larger your stop loss needs to be, because the longer you wait, the later of an entry you're going to get. And wherever you get in, you need to stay one tick behind the pivot. The pivot is created by the yellow dot that curls up here. That yellow dot that pushed up is creating a pivot that you're going to have to hide behind. Looking for 3 points. Many times when I get into the trade, I already know where 3 points is at. I'm just sitting there waiting for it. Bam. Do here. So hope that helps. Hope I answered some questions for you guys, but I'll put this in the free starter video section. And you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.